guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, then welcome. My name is Allie and I am very excited to be back after the winter break. I hope that you guys had a really wonderful break. I had a great time creating holiday content and just enjoying spending time with my family. I really loved being able to put videos out around the Christmas season. It was really exciting for me and I just loved it. So I'm happy that you are here. And whether you've been with me for a while or maybe you found me through my holiday content, I just want to say thank you guys so much for being here and welcome. So now that the holidays are over and it's winter time, I really enjoy cozying up my space for winter. I know that stores are anxious to get everybody jump started on spring decor, and don't get me wrong, I definitely love seeing the spring items and dreaming about that warm weather when I can start bringing in those stems and things into my home that really speak to the season of spring. But I also really do love embracing winter and wintering rather. So giving our spaces a moment to breathe and to rest and to just be in winter. So for me, that means making my home feel cozy and warm and welcoming and paring things back. So I don't know about you guys, but for me, I tend to go a little bit more maximalist for the holiday season. So it feels really good to just sort of curate the items in my home and edit them down, pare them back so that I just have more of a soft, minimalistic approach. I like to quiet my decor and make it feel a little bit more intentional. So that's what today's video is all about. It's all about these ways to cozy up your home for the season of winter, bringing in those warm elements, making my environment feel nice and calm after the holiday chaos, and just sort of like its own little mini retreat. And I want to stress that you can do this whether you live in a larger home, a smaller home, an apartment. These are all really simple, easy things that you can implement in your space to make it feel cozy, calm, inviting, and soothing for the winter season. I also love to stress the importance of self-care, and I like to set my space up in a way that makes it easy for me to care for myself, makes it easy for me to want to rest and relax. I also have a really wonderful product to share with you today that's been helping me rest and relax. So I want to thank today's sponsor, Bob and Brad, for sponsoring this video. I think you're really going to love what I share with you. If you like videos like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Make sure that you have your notifications turned on so that every time I upload a new video, you'll be notified. Please give this video a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. Let me know what your favorite part is. Let me know what you guys think. I always love hearing from you guys, so I really appreciate that. So without further ado, let's get into the video.
Decorating your home for winter is all about embracing the beauty of the season and creating a cozy and inviting atmosphere. So I've got 10 of my favorite tips to help you do just that. And tip number 1 is to layer in textures. So as you guys saw, I took away some of my Christmas pillows, holiday themed pillows, and now I'm bringing in more of those warm tones. One of my favorite things to do is to purchase pillow covers. It's such a great tip because this way you don't have to keep storing bulky pillows in closets or bins. You can keep the same sort of framework on your couch and just swap out the pillow covers and make your space feel so different based on each season. I think you'd be surprised just how different your couch can feel by doing this and also adding in some cozy throws that reflect the season that you're in. So I really love layering. So being able to layer different pillow covers and things like blankets on the couch. I always go for heavier blankets during the winter season. It really just helps to sort of give you that feeling that you are cozying up, that you're hunkering down, and that you're just spending more time at home. So I really love those trees so much. I had them out for Christmas, but I decided to keep them out because I just think that they work really well for winter and they're so beautiful. I had a few of you ask me where I got them and I actually found the artist on Etsy. So I linked everything for you down below in the description. But again, tip number 1 here is to really just layer, layer, layer. You want to have throw blankets, you want to have pillows, and you want to have them easily accessible. So this is actually a wearable blanket that my mom purchased for me for Christmas as a gift. It's got pockets and a hood and it's super cozy. So I wanted to just have it at the ready in this basket right next to our fireplace. And then I just added another blanket on top of it. These are all obviously very neutral tones, but I think that they work well for the season. Tip number 2 is to create warm lighting. I like to do this in many different ways around my home. And if you guys know my channel, you know I love using the battery operated candles. They are just so no fuss. You turn them on really easily with a remote control. I like that you don't have to worry about lit flames around the house, especially with kids or pets, and even just to have nothing burning. I really just like that it does the job for you without having to light anything. So on the mantle, I styled this with some brass taper candle holders and that long tray in the center there with some moss. And I just added a few battery operated pillar candles. Another way to bring in warm, soft lighting is to purchase a candle warmer. Now this does double duty because it gives you the lighting and then it also lends to my tip number 3, which is to bring seasonal scents into the home. But for the lighting aspect, this one comes with a dimmer switch, so you can actually decide just how bright or just how low you want the light to be. And it's especially pretty at night if you're reading a book or just hanging out under a warm blanket on the couch. So again, this one accomplishes both the warm lighting and also tip number 3, which is a seasonal scent. Another way to bring in that cozy winter scent is to use a simmer pot. Now, if you guys saw some of my Christmas DIYs, I featured a simmer pot in one of them. It's just really such an easy way that you can bring that scent element into your home without having to light anything. And another way I like to do it is with essential oils. So you can make essential oil spray so that you don't have to diffuse anything. And I just do this with a few favorite scents like lavender, eucalyptus, lemon, just really nice soothing scents so that you can relax and enjoy this season. And one of the things I really like to do in my home during the season is to make it easy for me to relax. I like to have items nearby that encourage me to use them so that I can cozy up and just really de-stress. So today my sponsor is Bob and Brad, and they sent me the iOasis 2 eye massager. You guys, this thing is so cool. Not only does it give you an acupressure massage around your eyes, but it also improves circulation, it can reduce dryness, and it offers customizable comfort with that dual layer design and an adjustable fit. Now, before I even go any further, I'll tell you that Bob and Brad are 2 professional physical therapists that have over 60 years of combined experience, and you can tell that they definitely put their knowledge and expertise into this eye massager. And it has many different options, so you can use it just for the acupressure eye mask. It also has a heating functionality built into it, so you can have nice warm heat with your massage. And it even has music, so you can have your music playing or the music that comes standard on it. It's just a very relaxing item. It charges super fast, so it was ready for me to use in no time. And as you can see, my cat Olive definitely knew right away that it was time for relaxation. So she joined me. My main reason for using this is because I spend a lot of time on the computer doing editing, and this mask is really good for eye strain. It really helps promote better absorption also of eye creams during your skincare routine, and it is such an excellent thing to use right before bed. You can use it as part of your pre-sleep routine. It has an automatic shut off after 20 minutes. It's also excellent for headache relief. Put a discount code down below for you in my description for 10% off. I've seen a lot of these out there on the market, but this one in particular was awarded the coveted #1 spot for best eye mask for pre-bedtime relaxation by Good Housekeeping. So it's definitely a winner. It's super portable and it stores very easily and nicely in that case. So I like to keep it nearby when I just want to take a little break and de-stress. Tip number 4 that I like to use to create a cozy home for winter is to use natural elements. So you're going to see a lot of that as I style my coffee table right now, and I'm starting with this large vase. I have these very small pine cone stems, and it just felt right to keep them out a little bit longer. Again, I'm not ready to swap out anything for spring or even spring-like stems. So using those pine cones, bringing in that element of nature is really helpful to make your home feel cozy. I then brought in this stone mortar, and stone is another natural element. So the combination of the stone with those pine cones really signals natural elements, brings nature into the home. And when you do that, it makes the home feel very relaxed and very calm. So now I have that tray that I added to my coffee table on the right there, and I added two more of those beautiful trees. And then I used that Target Hurricane Taper vase that I always like to use pretty much every season, and I just swap out how it looks. So in this case, I added river rocks to the bottom, and now I'm just adding some very neutral moss around the base. When you need extra warmth in an area, adding some moss like this is a great way to bring it in a very subtle way. Layering books on the coffee table brings in another texture, and it also invites whoever's sitting around it to glance through the books. And in this case, I chose two coffee table books that have tons of inspiration for natural elements. This one in particular is a favorite of mine. Just every page is just beautiful and simple and inspiring. So even bringing in nature through coffee table books is a great way to relax the eye. Wood elements are also another great way to bring a natural element to the area. And although Christmas is over, I'm not putting away my evergreen sprigs. I just think that they bring that warmth while also being a reminder that it is still winter, and it makes things just feel very nice and cozy. You can bring wood into the home, of course, in larger ways, like a coffee table or even a side table, but you can also do it in smaller ways through accents, like wooden frames, candle holders, or trays. Along with the other natural elements, when you do this, it can really bring that rustic, earthy charm to your home that we tend to crave so much during winter. Tip number 5 is to have a favorite warm drink recipe. Nothing says cozy like when you make a hot beverage and you take the time to really sit down and enjoy it. And even if you just boil water for tea or you go with something like this is my favorite recipe. It's for vanilla cardamom hot cocoa. And all of those warm, earthy spices are just so soothing, and there really is just nothing like a warm cup of cocoa. So I add some milk to a saucepan, and then I add some nutmeg, some cinnamon, a little bit of ginger, a cinnamon stick, some vanilla extract, some cacao powder, and then I just place that on the stove top and let it simmer for about 5 minutes. And if you really want to spoil yourself and you really want to savor this cup of hot cocoa, I like to make some coconut whipped cream. Now, ideally, you would chill your coconut milk in the fridge overnight or maybe in the freezer, but I was kind of in a rush, so I just went ahead and I used a regular can of coconut milk. It definitely didn't get as thick as I would have liked, but that's okay. None of this has to be perfect. I really just wanted that taste of that creaminess on top. So I just added some vanilla extract and some honey, and then I added a little bit of arrowroot powder just to thicken it up. Now I'm turning off the heat because my hot cocoa has been simmering, and I'm adding in a tea bag of rooibos tea, and I just let that steep for about 5 minutes. And now I'm adding in a tablespoon of honey and just whisking all that up. I made enough here for myself and my kids, so I probably would put a little bit less honey than that if it was just for one. Now I'm just pouring it into a nice mug, and then I'm topping it with some of that cocoa whip, which again is a little bit thin, but that's okay. Adding chocolate shavings to the top is an absolute non-negotiable when I'm giving this to my kids especially, so I went ahead and I indulged a little bit myself today. It really just does add another layer to those flavors, and it is so, so delicious. You can really make it fancy and top it with a cinnamon stick. Overall, just enjoy this savory, warm drink. It'll make you want to sit down and just relax while you're sipping on it. And it's perfect for a chilly day. I love that this one in particular gives you that nice little extra boost from those fresh spices. and the health benefits from the cacao. Overall, it's just a really healthy, delicious drink that will make you want to cozy up on your couch under a nice warm blanket and just savor it. Tip number 6 when it comes to winter decor for me in my home is to simplify and pare back. So, where I went a little over the top for the holidays, instead of having to feel like I need to redecorate my entire space, I just remove items that are very obviously holiday. And for me, that's really anything with glitter or red berries and things like bells. And I don't rush to fill the spaces, I just let things breathe. So in this case, the only thing that I'm adding back into this area is this little bowl that I found at Hobby Lobby, and I just added some filler, plain basic filler like these little bamboo sticks. This was actually a set that I got from Amazon, which I'll link for you down below, but it just has really nice warm color tones. Which brings me to tip number 7, which is to opt for a winter color palette. So when I'm saying winter color palette, I'm meaning just the colors that you see outside in the winter. So think whites for snow, think greens, not so much as spring greens, but more muted greens, and a lot of brown tones. And then I like to mix in metallic accents like gold and brass, like that dual brass taper candle holder you see there on the bench. Really, it's just about soft neutrals for a calm and cozy look. Tip number 8 to cozy up your home for winter is to cozy up your walls. Now, you guys might remember from my DIY Christmas video, which I'll link for you down below, when I went to Home Goods and I picked up a few very inexpensive frames and I gave them a quick coat of paint and I filled them with some Etsy prints. I am in love with these prints, and luckily they translate over to winter because none of them are extremely Christmas or holiday. They just have some really beautiful, moody winter scenes, like that one on the bottom there with the fireplace, and then the one to the top right is my favorite. They just all evoke that sense of wintering and that sense of coziness. So I created this gallery wall in my guest room, but you can create a gallery wall like this in any corner of your home. Sprinkling in some dark tones is tip number 9. Using accessories like this blanket in shades of brown and black can add instant warmth to your all-white space, especially if you have an all-white couch. In this case, the faux fur works beautifully. I picked it up from Walmart. Tip number 10 is to use a fireplace, whether that be real or faux. Now, of course, it's great if you have a real fireplace in the home to cozy up with a nice warm blanket, maybe watch your favorite show, but there are some really beautiful, cost-effective options off of sites like Wayfair for fireplace consoles. My sister actually has one, so I know that hers works out great. They use it all the time, and it brings the perfect level of ambiance to the home that they're looking for, especially in the wintertime. This one that I saw on Wayfair, if I didn't have a fireplace in my home, this would be the one that I purchased. I think that I really love the fluted details on the sides and that marble top. It has the electric fireplace insert included, and that is an excellent price for that item. You operate these very easily with a remote control, and you can pick different finishes, different styles. They had tons of them on here in more modern designs, more traditional designs, and all different sizes to fit all different spaces. But no matter what, the visual and the heat output can do wonders for creating a cozy space.
So that's it for today, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that I gave you a lot of great tips to now create a nice winter retreat type feeling in your home, and one that's going to help you to relax and restore throughout this winter season and just encourage your well-being. So if you liked this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That really helps my channel. And drop me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your favorite part was, or maybe a favorite item that you saw, or something specific that you like to do to create rest and relaxation during the season of winter. Thank you guys so much for being here. Again, I am so appreciative of you guys for being here. I love that I get to make these videos and that it seems like you guys really enjoy them. So I really appreciate that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.